Good morning. My name is Lavinia Neagoe, and I will be your host today at DevLive 2023. Today is the second day of DevTalks, the largest ITNC Expo conference in Romania. We are gathered here in big numbers. I don't know. I have here my first guest for today. I will tell you her name. It's Lavinia. And Lavinia, I wanted to ask you if you were here yesterday as well, and if it was very busy here yesterday.
Great seeing you today, Madalena. Yes, I was here yesterday, and it was a very big crowd yesterday. Lots of great presentations, and I'm really excited for today as well. I'm
Thank you.
sure it's going to be a very, very nice event today as well.
Thank you, Lavinia. I will fully introduce you now. I'm sorry for that. Lavinia, her full name is Lavinia Neagoe, right?
Yeah.
Lavinia is
Yes.
Director of Engineering and Bucharest Technology Site Lead at Google. And she has more than 15 years experience in leading global engineering teams. So it's very nice to have you here today as well. Lavinia, thank
Thank
you
you
for
for
joining
having
us.
me. Thank you for
It's our
having me.
pleasure. We prepared a few questions for you. And I would like to, if it's okay with you too, I would like to start with the first one.
Sure, let's go ahead.
How do you expect AI to change the course of your company in the next years?
Oh, okay. I think AI right now, you can say it's a buzzword because everyone is speaking about it. And I'm not sure if I'm going to talk about exactly how AI is going to change the future of my company, but I think AI is actually going to change the future of us all. And for example, I, if we are thinking today, would you be able to imagine the world without internet today? I don't think so.
Good question.
So probably something like in few years from now, it's going to be the same thing with AI. You will not be able to imagine the world without having AI. So, for example, even right now at Google, without us knowing that much and being so popular, we actually are using AI. We are using AI in Gmail. We are using AI in Google Docs, in YouTube Music, in Maps. So this is already present, and I think it's just a matter of surfacing more of what we are doing around AI. And of course, there are future developments, and I think the most important ones are going to be in the impact AI is going to have on our society. Like for example, right now we are able to detect on the image detection space. For example, we are able to detect breast cancer. We are able to detect lung cancer, all sorts of conditions like diabetic retinopathy, and these have a huge impact around the globe, especially in the areas, for example, where you don't have enough specialists to determine on their own this type of conditions. Having an assistant, a technology assistant for you to be able to detect those conditions and prevent some of these diseases, I think is going to be key. And the health space, which I'm in as well, like in the consumer health area, for example, I think this is going to be groundbreaking in the future.
Thank you, Lavinia. Yeah, very good points. Because we usually see AI as scary, but there's a lot of good stuff that comes with
Yes,
it.
for sure, for sure. There is a lot of good stuff that comes with it, and there are much more other examples. Like for example, we can detect all sorts of calamities. We can detect earthquakes with few seconds before they are happening. We can detect floods with weeks before they are happening. So I think it's
True.
big societal impact that AI could have.
Thank you. Let me go to the next question that we prepared for you. Can you please share a few insights on your company's most important projects? And also maybe a bit about the main areas that you develop here in Bucharest.
Thank you very much for the question because it's really exciting for me to talk about the team here in Bucharest, the local team. The team in Bucharest, it's about 400 people at this moment, and we can say that is the largest wearables team that Google has in EMEA. The majority of the team is then focused on the wearable side. We are working on Google Pixel Watch and Fitbit trackers, and this is spanning from development of the operating systems on the watches, the applications and all the user interface on the watch, plus the mobile experience and the backend services supporting the entire Fitbit ecosystem. And after that, there is also Google Cloud, for example, and there is also a small research group, that is doing AR and VR, augmented reality and virtual reality. So I think there are some exciting technologies that we are working with, and it's very nice to be part of this team here in Bucharest.
Thank you. I can see that on your face, and I was thinking about, yeah, you must be proud to be working for such a cool company. Can you tell us a bit more about Google's hybrid work mode, please?
Of course, we've been through the pandemic. It lasted for 2 years. We worked from home, and I think working from home initially, and it was scary. But then we figured it out how to work from home, and I think it happened in a very efficient way because the teams already knew each other, and there was already that connection between people that has had been established, and people knew how to work with each other, so it went very well. Then when we started, let's say, to onboard new people through the pandemic, and some of the people, for example, saw the office, the physical office, after maybe 1.5 years or 2 years of being hired, I think we have some work to do there in reestablishing this kind of connection between teams. And right now, I see people coming into the office actually for this type of connection, like for brainstorming sessions. Of course, you can do them online and you can draw on boards and so on, but
It's not the
it's a
same.
different thing to be in the same room and actually understand just from one look what the other person wants to say. And I see people coming into the office for that, and also I see people coming into the office for other type of activities, mostly community related. For example, at Google, we do all sorts of activities community related for the inside Googlers community, but also for the external communities. And inside Google, for example, we have parents at Google who meet from time to time and share from their experiences. But we also have the clubs for the chess players, and also for the board games, and also for the football games, and for the biking. So a lot of excitement in terms of getting together and doing activities together, and as well also like being an ambassador for Google and representing the company in external events. Like we recently opened up a Google lab in the University of Polytechnics, and we are organizing there like 5 summer schools on different topics, like from UX design, computer vision, Android and mobile programming. So all these things are happening through the summer. And of course, our Googlers are involved in these activities, and I see them coming together, let's say, in the office because of all these things happening.
No, that sounds so nice, and you're giving us ideas as well. Thank you for sharing
Thank you very
from
much
your
for
experience.
the
I have one
opportunity.
last question.
Sure.
I hope you still have a bit of time for it, because I think it's an important one. So, say if someone would want to work in your company at Google, what's the most important strength that they should have?
The most important strength that I can think of, I would say two actually. I think it's passion and I would say autonomy slash entrepreneurship. So the entrepreneurial spirit that comes with passion. I think these two are combined, and this is why I mentioned both of them. Because, for example, at Google, you have the opportunity to put an idea out there and convince your colleagues that it's a wonderful idea, convince the product managers that are shaping and designing the product, and you will actually be able to obtain the funding needed to support that idea and to get that idea into production. And this kind of passion, energy, and spirit is needed to drive ideas like this. So this is why I think that besides knowledge, which of course is very important but can be built upon through time, the most important is the passion and the energy that the passion draws in order for you to take projects to millions or billions of people actually.
Thank you so much, Lavinia. I think that says a lot about the way you build teams at Google. So I'm very happy. Thank you for sharing all that information with us, and I'll see you around here.
Yes, thank you very much, Madalena, and looking forward for today at DevTalks. Thank you.
Yes, thank you.